The familiar figure of Seve Ballesteros in the penultimate game, playing with Wayne Riley. He's 8 under par and is second to the 13th.
Seve then, 160 yards from the green, probably only needing an 8-iron. This wind really is strong. He won't quite be able to see the bottom of the pin.
You may not have been able to see that, Clive, but it took one bounce forward on landing and then came to very swiftly to a halt. 13th green and Ballesteros for a birdie 3. And of course, were he to hold this, he too would join Langer at 9 under. No. Good example of some of the big borrows on this 13th green. Started with a birdie 3, then dropped 4 shots by the turn, but has had a couple of birdies at the 10th and the 12th. And these players know better than anybody else how much this game of golf can swing and change, and although they may be 4 or 5 shots behind at one moment and half an hour later right up there. Good for, say, 8 under, 1 off the lead. And you can see his caddy raking the sand there.
And waiting on the tee, Ballesteros. And those who were viewing yesterday will remember that the great man chose a 6-iron and hit the ball apparently quite well. It landed on the short of the green, and it came back down that very well manicured slope that you can see there in the foreground. Now, we've seen shots go through the back of the green and stick, and we've seen all sorts of problems. David Feherty a few moments ago, and I think that he may have selected even one club more than yesterday. The wind behind and from the right. He's in doubt. I'm sure that he's considering that 6-iron again. This might well be the 5. Seve, of course, was without his brother, for he always has his brother caddying, but this time he's got I was going to say a professional caddy. He's got another person, and I think this is quite a good thing, because I've always been a little concerned when they get into exciting positions. What you don't really want one of the family with you. I think you want a complete stranger who can keep you calm, and that might help him this week. Second look at that club, I do believe it's a 6-iron again, and he has pulled it. It could be in the bunker. I do believe he took the 6 and pulled it, and it could be under that bank, well back up, and so he's got the ball very much below his feet, a good 9 inches down. That makes it even more difficult to get control. I wonder what he's going to conjure up here. Wasn't that unbelievable? Well, that's a shot you'd never recommend anyone to try, a sort of gentle flick out, because they usually hit the face and stay in there. But with him, anything is possible. I've watched this man give clinics, and I've seen him take 1-iron, number 1-iron, and play cut-up shots out of bunkers from under the lip. You begin to believe anything is possible. For Ballesteros' ball. So Seve, who took 38 to the turn, which on this course it's a 72 par, but it's broken up as 35 going out and 37 coming home. So his 38 represented 3 over par. He immediately birdied the next hole, the 10th, and then he birdied the 12th as well. So he's 1 over for the day at 8 under. and therefore one behind the leaders. Well, something disturbed him. Maybe just a little gust of wind. As we saw on the tee, the wind directly up this hole, chasing up the hill, the wind, and you can see from the flapping trousers there just the power of it. We had quite heavy rain late last evening, which took away the dust. A lot of players complaining of hay fever. I don't mean that personally. Very nicely struck. Nice three, a good escape, and he sighs with relief. He saw that ball shuddering in the wind as it rolled across to the hole. So he's one behind Woosnam and one behind Langer.
Ballesteros from the middle of the 15th fairway. It was a 6-iron. 180 yards, and it's a little bit big. Finds the back of the green. He hits the ball so high that, of course, with the downwind, the ball.
The 15th, and Ballesteros, his second shot, swinging on the wind and swinging way down to the bottom corner of this green. And you'll just see how difficult a putt this is. He must hit it up somewhere towards his caddy's feet and allow it to break down the slope. Now, has he given it high enough? So close, so close.
16th, par 4, dog leg to the left, and there's Seve. And with all this wind about, although it's behind on these closing holes, it does benefit these players if they can hit the fairway. They can get much more bite on the ball. Seve with 120 yards here. Ball, of course, not as easily controllable out of the semi-rough. That's a fine shot. Seve out of the fairway there, able to nip it ball first. Little bit disappointed, such are his standards, but it's not bad, I can tell you. Just two behind.
Seve Ballesteros at the 16th, and well, he's got a putt straight downwind. It's just about twice as far as the putt Woosnam had not so long ago, and that one seemed to run very straight indeed. This to go to join the leaders at 9 under. Nolte, Woosnam and Langer. Oh, I say, now what happened there, I know not. That was a funny one. As soon as he hit it, it sort of spewed away to the right. Look at that, sort of 14 inches wide. That must have been, well, probably a little indentation. I don't know what happened. If that was in snooker, we'd have to change the ball or have it wiped.
Back on the tee, Seve. Just one behind, knowing that these two holes are very birdieable today. If he can keep the tee shot being the key in both cases, both on this and the 18th. If good tee shots set the hole up for birdies with this wind. This is alignment perfect there, look. They're clapping. And that's why. Just look at that. He hit a gorgeous tee shot, glorious tee shot here yesterday, and he's in equally perfect position today. Wonderful. So after that marvellous drive on 17, this is Seve. This is what he sees. 240 yards to the pin. We have the benefit of one of the professional caddies down on this hole. That's why we're able to give you the exact distances. Wind, of course, strongly from his back. Interesting to see. I would imagine he'll fly this as high as he can. Not be relying on too much run. Look at this. Just look at this. Great stuff. It's a fiery. It's so fiery once they get on the green. I thought that would have stopped a lot closer than that. Was a fine shot right at the pin from that distance. He can't see the base of the pin, and he's just asking there, as you can see, sensing that it's gone past, but set up well for a birdie 4. th green, and Seve for his eagle. Well, that's a fine putt. We've just caught the edge of the hole here for an eagle 3 yesterday. Easy birdie, another easy birdie today. That'll take him up, if he can just... well, he's going to wait, and that's kind of him. His playing partner, Wayne Riley, would appreciate that, I'm sure. For a tie of the lead. And he started the day, of course, at 9 under. This to get back to 9 under, that's just the sort of thing that can happen. And if it happens when you're at the top of your backswing, well, safely in. 9 under par for Ballesteros.
Well, they're coming thick and fast now. Seve at the 18th. There's 2 or 3 matches left out on the course. 3 matches, in fact, are left out on the course. Ballesteros, one of the joint leaders at 9 under. Well, he wouldn't give for a 4 here, or even a 3. He's had plenty of those over the years. Has he been a bit greedy? Oh no, horrid kick though. And it's all right in the very short semi-rough. Seve sniffing the air down the fairway. Oh no. 9 under. So at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players at 9 under. Mark James is at 8 under. He's finished his round. Now Seve just off the fairway. Now he's just not quite sure. See, the wind's from the right. It's swirling about 500, just over 500 yards. There's his new caddy. And well,
it's coming this way. It's coming against. That's the club. Good positive shot.
Now Seve is sticking with the club he picked originally. Must be at least a 1 or a 2 iron. Oh, he struck it nicely. He may have just turned it a bit, has he? Well, wait and see, wait and see. Oh, nicely done. Almost level with the flag.
Well, he will have expected better of himself than that.
That's left him a tricky little pitch back.
Isn't that an astonishing looking scoreboard? 6